Well, welcome to another episode of WEG'S Shoutout, and this is always to do with the prior to the next game week in the English Premier League, and it's game week 10 tomorrow onwards. And just going to give a breakdown of where we're at, what we're doing, injury reports, and going to look into my schedule for the 16th of October when I'm back in Ballyhaunis. And there's going to be lots of shenanigans, lots of drinking and catching up, seeing how the land lies back home in the Emerald Isle. Based here in London, I'm the guru, and I'm here normally try to get a shout out prior to the game week, state what my team is, what I'm doing, what my thoughts are, who I like, who I don't like, the form, the transfers, bits and pieces. And then when the game week is finished, Monday, Tuesday, hopefully Tuesday, definitely by Tuesday, a synopsis of where we are in the Christy Nicholson League, Pub League here in Ballyhaunis, County Mayo. That's where I hail from, and we have FPL Top Dogs. Welcome to FPL Top Dogs, Ballyhaunis. This is our own league, our own little universe community, and Beanstalkers, FPL Beanstalkers in the house. I'd love to do this live one day, so if I can get a few more subscribes, figure out a way to get more, then I can do live stuff. But that's for hopefully next year or whenever, and we'll see how that evolves. Okay, just quickly, let's get into the injuries for tomorrow and the updates. Arsenal, first of all, Arsenal. Emil Smith-Rowe and El Neni, they're out long term at the minute. Zinchenko, there's a bit of a query about him. Is he fit again? He missed training. Tierney came off for the Champions League, or no, the Europa League game against Glint, Boba Glint in the Europa League, and it's a possibility that he's just been rested so he can play the Prem game. So keep an eye out on the Zinchenko stuff. He's on, he's off, he's on, he's off. We don't know. So he could be starting against Liverpool. So apart from that, that's your lot there at Arsenal. Liverpool, Arsenal's opponents for game week 10. Robinson is still out, but he's close to a return, Klopp says. Curtis Jones is back in training. Arthur Melo, muscle injury. That's about that. Everton, DCL could be back on the bench. Holgate is an injury doubt still, but Mina, Holgate and Mina are back in training actually, so keep an eye on them too. But Mina is always, he plays a few minutes and he's out again. He's a great defender. He reminds me of Ledley King at Tottenham. Just can't get him on the pitch. Ledley's done brilliantly to go through the pain barrier, in all fairness. He never cries off. He never trained. He just rested them knees. A bit like Paul McGrath from United all those years. Terrific defenders. That's about it for Everton. So keep an eye out for DCL. Could be back. Let's go to Spurs. Spurs, unfortunately, the sad passing of one of their coaches, Conte, Gianno Piero Ventroni, passed away, I think, in Naples in Italy yesterday. So there's been no press conference, and our condolences to his family and those at Tottenham and the coaching staff. So it's a big, but apart from that, Lord have mercy on Mr. Ventroni. Emerson Royal is obviously out for 3 matches. He's banned, but he's been playing in obviously the Champions League, and he will probably play all them games now with the likes of Matt Doherty's in the frame again. Should get minutes. Sessegnon too, and Perisic down that right wing. So, they're going to get minutes. So it's a possibility, Doherty, but I wouldn't be rushing them into our fantasy teams at all. So it's not really threatening our teams at the moment. There's still a worry. Obviously, Kulusevski is still out, and we don't really know what's going on right now. All we know is he's definitely out for another few weeks, if not more. But he should be back in time for the World Cup, we'd say. Let's on Spurs opponents. Brighton. They just have Jacob Mulder and Iwepi are out for the Spurs game. So that's about that. Palace, they have great fixtures ahead in all the way up to January, so that's possibly why the Commandos got Zaha in, and they are worth looking at now. Palace, keep an eye on Zaha. He takes the pen off. So the crack with Palace is Nathan Ferguson is back in training, but James MacArthur is out. Joachim Anderson is back in training as well. Nathan Klein is out he's got a knock and he could be out for a couple of weeks, but keep an eye on that. Joel Ward will deputise. Leeds, Dallas is out obviously until Christmas. Archie Gray is out long term. Sinestra is suspended for only one game now. Forshaw, Helder are out due to having surgery. West Ham, Maxwell Cornet, he's out with a calf. Could be only just a precautionary week, so he could miss just the Fulham. Again, not really either of Bowen or Antonio. But he is a differential, but he does get lots of knocks. Fulham, West Ham's opponents Fulham visits the City of London Stadium. About Mitrovic, he's getting better, but still a doubt, says Marco Silva. He's back in training, but it's only individual, so he's quite away from team training. Foot ligament knock injury, and they're assessing it day by day, and they may be looking to not get Mitrovic back against the Cherries, Bournemouth, who I think they're probably at home Fulham for that. So that's a good one to keep an eye out. But probably keep Mitrovic on your bench. It's tricky, these knocks. Anything with the foot is like you can't just run it off. You got to go straight off, and he did that against Newcastle, and he got booked as well, which is terrific. Over the sending off, and that was just a annus horribilis for Fulham there. Got absolutely hammered by Newcastle 4-1. Well, so let's go to Newcastle then. Saint-Maximin is back in training. Maybe back for game week 10, folks. Kraft and Shelby are still out. Alex, Isak, the striker, he's still out with a thigh, but they're not going to risk him. They're being cautious with him, but shouldn't be too long. That's what Howe says. So keep an eye on that. Brentford, Pontus Janssen is still out. Ethan Pinnock lacks match fitness. That's about that for there. What else have we got? Everton. Yeah, we've done Everton. United, Man United. Varane is the problem with United. He's still a doubt. He is hopeful that he could play, so it's 50-50. Maguire, Van de Beek, and Wan-Bissaka, who none of us will be looking at, are all out for game week 10. Antonio Martial, with 3 goals in 2 games, needs to be careful with him, obviously. So that's what the coach says, that they need to manage and keep an eye on Russian Martial back. But yeah, he looks to be having the future. And Rashford is on the agenda again. I have him on my dream team, the Sun Dream Team. Doing absolutely unbelievable. Leading my leagues again. Won the work league last year, and leading again. And I know what I'm doing in that thing. And now I don't know what I'm doing in FPL. And here am I talking to you guys. Monday game, Forest versus Villa. Steve Cooper signed a new contract till 2025, so he's not getting the sack anytime soon. There's a thing about Nico Williams being taken off very early, being scapegoated for the down his side. But I think it's Lolly or Laurie, whatever he's called. It's just looks absolutely terrible the other day. The communication and how, they were exploited ruthlessly by Leicester and Madison. Madison has just destroyed them down. They just could see it a mile away. So Serge Aurier has been coming on to replace Nico. So if you got Nico in your teams, keep an eye on that situation. Matty Cash is back training after a hammy. Leo Bailey, still a doubt. He's got a muscle injury, so a tweak. So I think I've nearly mentioned Southampton's minor knocks, nothing too special. This is the thing about Adam Armstrong, is he able to start? We're not sure. Leicester's Ndidi, he's got a hammy, so he's out along with Pereira. Leicester Daka versus Vardy. Possibly Vardy will start, but Daka's in form, so keep an eye on Daka, and his price could be a differential. Chelsea Fofana is back. He should be okay. Not as bad as they thought, so he should be. He should get a game, possibly in the next week or two. 3, right? And Kante is lacking match fitness, and Cucurella is back. And there's an issue about Ziyech. Van Basten's been talking about Ziyech. I don't know what it's got to do. He's Dutch, isn't he? Ziyech. Anyway, he should be leaving Chelsea for his career. He's not getting game time. Only 2 games now under the Potter ball system. So Ziyech is a worry there. But I don't think many of you have him. Wolves have terrible injury problems, especially at the back, but also up front. He's out, still out. Neves suspended. He's been playing in the backs to make up. Collins is still suspended after being sent off. Diego Costa's match fitness is still an issue, but he did come off the bench the other day. That Neto has been a disaster for the template. The only thing that didn't really work. Neto, he's out until after the World Cup. He's got lateral ligaments damage. And that Huang, if you still have him, he could be making his way back. He's training. So the thing about Wolves, if you've got Wolves defenders, beware. Or Wolves, full stop. Listen, they could go out the other day and they could win their game. I don't know, but I'm just saying it does look pretty bad for Wolves. Yeah, that's all we can really say about any of that. That's the breakdown there. All right, let's go and share a screen and get into this. Jump into this, as they say. I've got I've got a mock-up done. Won't say too much yet. I'll surprise it at the end. But it's to do about Shane, Luigi, Faceman, Healey. Okay, a bit of love and respect to the Faceman. We're 9 game weeks gone. We're -1. This is thanks to the sad passing of the Queen there. But yeah, it's about time I mentioned Face, and he does like a bit of attention, so he's going to get some surely tonight. So let's just have a quick right, where am I? Well, so the breakdown BBC tonight. There's just there's ladies international football there, right? That is they thought here, not as serious. There's not really much. It's all about tomorrow. Doing us, but still top 3. I'll take it, and that match against Brighton's going to be big. Tottenham and Brighton. I think Tottenham are visiting. I think Tottenham are away to Brighton, so that's a fancy Brighton. Let's have a look. Chelsea, not too bad, but there's a bit of gap there, isn't there? So yeah, it's all systems go. I think this is good for Man City because Arsenal have it's basically like a shuttle going back into the Earth orbit here, or going back into the Earth atmosphere, and City are just tucking in there and letting Arsenal take all the heat and all the adulation and all the glory and all that. Oh, we're top of the league, and City are just gonna be that stalking horse for as long as they can. Look at that 20 goal difference already, just after 8 games. Wow. Well. And also, just a shout out for Erling Haaland. The poor lad has been getting petitions online on Twitter and the whole lot to get him kicked out of the UK because he's destroying football in England. He's breaking FPL. People are all miffed off, and I think it's horrendous. Look at Salah when he took over. There's always one. Ruud van Nistelrooy before, Robin van Persie, Thierry Henry. These guys just epic goal machines, and nobody was complaining. Then I just think it's totally unfair. Haaland, good luck to him. People really have to look at themselves and their lives if they can't appreciate amazing football, even if it's not your team. That's the way to play it. Right. This is what I've done. I'm taking the -12 for this game week. Look, I'm really happy with what I got the last day. I got about 83 points, something like 75 points after a -8. So I'll take that. And I was very aggressive. I got rid of Jesus, Sterling, and Zinchenko. Happy I got rid of Zinchenko. And the fact is, I'm getting rid of Arsenal because they got Liverpool next, and then they got a blank game week in game week 11. So I think so. So I got Ntete, who got injured. Diego, he's a random. That was a random thing. And Firmino is a bit random, but he's just scoring goals, and I'm worried about the Jota thing, but listen, I think Firmino was the 4-man, and I just love what he's at. He's just that fox in the box, and he's just at the right place. And it's a throwback to probably 2020 and 2019 and those seasons where he was just killing it. And I had him, TAA, and I had Salah, but at one stage I got rid of TAA and just had Salah, Bobby, and Mane, just the three of them at one stage, and they just absolutely killed it. So it's a bit of a sentimental throw, and also he dropped in price quite a lot, 0.3 or something. So I think he it's like a gambling thing. I mean, he scores more goals. He's got like over 45 points already this season. So I'll give it a go. I'm nothing to lose. So I could have held off on these, but Mitrovic is injured. Can't take the risk of him. Injured, and Kane, I needed the money to do some fancy stuff, and I'm not going for the overall. The overall is done for me. 5.2 million. It's going to be awful hard to get rid of, to get up Deadwood. You need to have a good start, maintain it, and then boost it with your chips at the end. This has been just a shocking performance. It's just about respect, just personal pride. But I'm going to have fun. So I did well that week. So this week I've gone total, also Mitrovic, Jesus I got rid of. I got rid of the Arsenal too there. And this game week after, game week 9, it currently was being played. I got rid of Mitrovic when he got the injury. Kane to make up the money. Andreas because he's the worst number 10 in history. And Martinelli, which is a bit of a shame. I like Martinelli. It's great value. Probably won't have to get him back because he's either losing an awful lot of money getting them back. But I made a lot of money. I'd have to give it all back. I'm going to keep that. Martinelli. If anything, I'd probably turn to Saka later when the fixtures turn. We'll see. But for these 2 game weeks, I'm getting off all my Arsenal, which I did. Madison is just purely, he's done the hat-trick or whatever. 2 goals and an assist, against the Forest. He can take a free kick, can't he? I love free kickers and penalty and corner takers. There are just people who are, the only problem is that he does get these knocks and he's out for a game or 2, comes back, kills it. I've been here with Madison so much, but my God, did he's another one of them like Firmino that's just propelled me up that rating, up the overall and previous by Christmas. Trossard, God, another Hattie guy, interesting. He's got Spurs next, and I don't like that Spurs defense. I'm going to be torn, hoping Tottenham will win. Of course, it's my team, but look, I got on these guys early because they're going to go up in price. So that was it. So Haaland, I mixed up all this. I got the game before I got on Haaland, Son, and Tete, and I got rid of these 3, and then that's my explanation for that. I just don't know if I can captain Haaland ever, because you captain him. If he blanks and somebody else does, you can make some good ground. People are just going to stick and fix for the end of the season. I hate playing it like that. Would I sign that petition? Oh, would I sign that? I wouldn't. Let me think about this. This is a old speckled hen. It's named after the MiG, a MiG car, MiG something, GM MiG, whatever car in Britain. Not after old speckled hen. It's not like it's a pale English lager. There's a beer, pale ale. I've never tried it before, 5%, and the shopkeeper gave it to me for 50p. It's only June 2022. Where are we now? Well, best before. That is nice. Oh my god, that is nice. It's like, do you know, it's a bit like Smithwick's. I love Smithwick's. My record with Smithwick's, I swear to God, 22 pints on the ferry in no, it was 6 hours back then. Swear to God, I'm not joking. They must have watered it down seriously, but I swear, when you're younger, you can do anything. I'm telling you. I think you can do it. And I walked out and I was still sober. Promise you now. This is not my indicator. Who was at the IDS? Ian Duncan Smith, another one that boasts about his beer prowess. Well, he's a conservative former prime minister. Right, so that's my explanation there. So I got a minus 12, I think. Is it 1, 2? Yeah, 12. So I'm just going to have the crack here now. That's it. Yeah, pick team points. That's fine. Yeah, I'm worried about your man Walker. Don't know what to do with him. He's out. I forgot to say that in all the injury things. Yeah, the Man City. Yeah, Laporte and Stones. I think they're still out for. Let's see now. Where's the City? Kyle Walker out. I knew I forgot. Groin out for a few weeks. Stones is about 7 days away from probably getting back on the bench. Or Calvin Phillips is out for a while. Diaz is not a sure starter either. Stones and Laporte to come back. So that Diaz thing, it seems that Pep likes to have a left-footed left central defender and a right-footed central right defender. And this is the problem with Diaz. It's harsh, but Ake can flick into one of the left back positions, I think, or center back. So that's the thing. That means that Cancelo is definitely cast certain in that team. So yeah, I was looking at this team. I think eventually I can't afford Cancelo, but TAA is on the radar, and James. I like James. Reece James, he's killing it in Europe. Chelsea just running riot. Lovies can score on goals. This could get him back into form, and I'm thinking I want to drop these two monks as soon as I can. Probably next week I'll take another -8 just to get rid of these dudes. I'll see how I'm fixed. I might, if Tete just comes back and does something. We'll see. Patterson, no point getting rid. Don't think he's dropped in price. Hopefully not. A 4.1. Fair enough. If he drops, that's fine. That's fine because it's 5th of October. We're nearly there. I like the dude, and he's a definite starter. So I'll keep him there. So next on my radar is that if Coutinho doesn't perform against Forest, that's it. I'm ditching him, and I'm probably going to run to Foden and get a bit more City. Foden, Trent, and James. That could be that -8. So that's where I'm thinking. I'm only having fun. Look, I'm delighted with last season. I think it was like that push, that final end push to win the Christie again. Three-timer. Instead, Joey, Commando, Neenan is going for the 3-timer, but not just the 3-timer, 3 in a row. We'll have a look at the league here now. The Christie Nicholson Pub League, been going now. It's legend status now. Well, since I joined FPL in 2012, thanks to Bunon, you know who you are, and the Ballyhaunis Town Football League thing. And Niall Richardson as well in the pub, also on about it all the time. And I just, give it a go. So I just started something there. So this is what it's all about, the Christie Nicholson Pub League. It's closed now, unfortunately. I hope it opens soon. Well, probably not, but it will always forever be in our hearts. Shane Healey, there you go. So, and Joey Neenan there, and Sean. Now the thing about this, right? a certain time on Saturday, Shawnee Hare was winning this. It was still up there winning this. At the moment, he's 15 down. So here what I said. So I had my mock done to Shawnee and all that. James is still in the top three, and Jeremy was Phillips was there. So them three were there, and then all of a sudden these two in fourth and fifth just overtook him. For a short time on, probably Sunday, Joey Neenan was winning, and then out of nowhere at the end of that game week, the last one, Leicester versus Forest, Healey comes in. Not only does Joey Neenan have obviously Madison, because you look at Joey's team, which we will hear in a minute, he's got Zahen because of the fixtures. But yeah, Bowen, he's got him in the right time, Madison at the right time, everything about Joey is the right time. And there you go. She's got James in. So I can't really see anything bad about this. It's a brilliant team, and he's not got an awful lot on the bench to use up points, and he's probably or to bank to trap money. He's probably banked it rather than it dying on the bench, the money. So yeah, I love it. I love it. And Leicester will have a good run now coming up. So no, he had Madison. So there, I'm the cocksure that he got the wrong guy. Ward is the dude there. Danny Ward, famous for ones, gets an 8. First time ever, fluked it. Yeah, and how did Leicester keep a clean sheet in that game against Forest? Nobody will ever know. Off the post, great saves. So Ward got one there. But yeah, so Joey, the Commando Neenan had Madison, but this Danny Ward dude was the man that we have all to thank for the Faceman. His bonus point and his save point was enough to propel Faceman from a point behind to a point ahead of the Commando. So that's a good note to show the mock. Yeah, so Fofana is Chelsea. Well, Face is a Chelsea man, so I don't blame him having a bit of Chelsea in there. But yeah, I think James's form is coming in. But yeah, it's quite similar to Joey's team, but he's gone on Son. See, this is very, very interesting. So Joey's gone on Kane on Penos. He's gone for Son. You imagine if he had Kane, but then the other day, last weekend, he got the hat trick against Leicester. So, and then does nothing, like twice, and in Europe does nothing. Away to Frankfurt, actually had a criminally terrible game, that 0-0 against Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt. Less. So yeah, it's ifs and buts, but this is a great team, very, very similar to Joey's, but there's he's got the Wardmeister, and Joey's got he's got Everson. So Ward will be keeping there. For Fan, it's going to be interesting. You've got plenty of game time, and James, fine, great teams. Nico's there, so keep an eye on Nico. Look at Trippier on the bench. Should not be on the bench. I think the Cancelo thing is the funny one, really. He's just not doing it. He's not scoring. Maybe he'll get the form back. So I just totally underwhelmed. I think he's that 7 million or 7.1. It's not being justified. I think TA will come back. I'm going to get on my Liverpool players in 2 or 3 or 4 game weeks time. Definitely after game week 12. I have to think about this now. I definitely want Trent, and definitely thinking about Salah, but I have Firmino. So yeah, I think Liverpool will come good eventually. So yeah, that's the shout out. I love Face's team. The Trippier. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. 1 or 2 little changes could mean everything between these two. So it's a real catch me if you can. And on that note, let's have a look at the mock, if it will come up for us. Here you go. Now, it took me a little while to do this because I hope Joey doesn't mind myself going into his Facebook, but I couldn't resist this. So that's mad, isn't it? Just are you joking me? What's going on here? It's disappeared. It's done one of them disappearing acts on me. Nevaś lewo. Cena dobre. Niet. Downloads. Unbelievable. That's happened to me last week as well. Projects. Yeah, that's the project. Take a while for this to get up, but yeah, you had the brief glimpse. It just disappears, that thing. Cheers, everybody. Best of luck to your team this game week. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. I need another one then. Right. Yeah, I have another little feature to come later. It's Ballyhaunis are taking on not Hollymount Carramore this next Sunday. So that's a big one. So you got Faceman here. It's Shane Faceman, Luigi Healey, and the Commando, Joey Commando Neenan. So why do you say Commando? Joey always finds a way. He's that like the MacGyver. He's the guy that knows how to get out of tricky situations. Always finds a way. And you go to bed at night and you end up on the floor and he's in the bed. That's the way you think, huh? It's like a gazumping. The Commando always finds a way. That's my take. Is that it's just a master at FPL. And there he is in second place. Faceman is one point ahead of Commando in the Christie Nick with 569 points after game week 9. It's a quick calculation, this, but see, you could add that. Yeah, if you just stick on Hal and he keeps going on the way going, we're going to have 5,000 point season. But yeah, it's only early days. Or 569 points. Well, on my 430 or something. It's getting a bit serious, but yeah, catch me if I can. Catch me if you can there now, Joey and Faceman duking it out. And Faceman likes this situation. He likes to be out on head. He likes to be the top dog and shouting down. And you want to keep that face in line because the Commando looks in serious business. I hope he doesn't catch up to you. It could be sore for one of you. The true story of a real fake. Fake. Well, I'm going to leave that there. Well, I'm going to just leave that. So catch me if I can, and that's Faceman there. Give it a go. He's there. No joke. Our Liverpool guru and Red and the Chelsea man himself. So that's the mock-up anyway. I just thought I'd get something to mark what a massive game week and what a change. It was all goal at the top, just like that. So yeah, catch me if you can. The movie. Tom Hanks here and Leonardo DiCaprio, I think the other dude. I actually haven't watched the movie, but that's probably my homework. But yes, I saw a few clips. But anyway, guys, that's good stuff. That's just what we have there. Okay, next on the horizon is the Telegram. No, there it is. Good. Hopefully pop up. Have another swig. Okay. Okay, the next bit, that's obviously the Tom Hanks and DiCaprio here. That's the actual, and I'm going to do something about the wacky races. I suppose this won't come up easy enough, but yeah, I used to watch this stuff when I was a kid. Bloody hell, killed. I'm still a kid. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to have with the Commando. He's in his army, and I'll have probably, if I can get a picture of John C. Halpin, if I can get a picture of Halpin there, this would be Face, pretty Penelope pit stop in her lovely machine. That's Face. That's probably me and somebody else. That's Dick Dastardly. That's Muttley, the dog that does the laugh. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's another some hilarious characters. I'm just thinking I have another face in here, somebody else's face there, someone else's face in here. And this is the way I'm thinking, the weird and weirdo world of FPL top dogs or FPL or something, the Christy races or something. Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna watch a few of these things just for unbelievable 15 cents. Oh god, oh my god, it's too long ago. Next. Oh yeah, I'm gonna save this one here for later. This is Captain Caveman. And they're the wacky races as well. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of FPL top dogs, and they're going to be the victims for some week. So that's in the pipeline. Oh yeah, this is an easier way, I suppose. Right. Right, this is a ne vaš levo. Ne dobre, ne duže dobre. No, this is a joke. There you go, voila. Senior Hurling Championship, TJ Tyrrell Cup is on this weekend. It's on the Sunday, and it's always around this second week in October. The senior championship final for Mayo and Turin against their old rivals Ballyhaunis. And of course, I would love and die to be there. It's nothing I can do. My holidays are booked for next week. I was kind of hoping and hedging bets that it could be this weekend, but there's always silver lining in clouds, and it is what it is. It happens for a reason sometimes. So it's on Sunday, the 9th of October, and it's over in Turin in Adrian Freeman Park at 2 p.m. So good luck to the lads. Thinking of you, praying, hoping, and praying, and hopefully there's a good crowd out for that. So heads up there. Next game week, well, next Sunday, 16th, is the football variety of things with the semi-final of the intermediate Sweeney Cup intermediate club football semi-final in Claremorris and Hollymount Carmore. Now, thinking about Hollymount Carmore, some great days back in 2014. I'll just go on to a picture of the bomber here. I have this Liam Bomber Lions, hero of the town, along with all the team that played that day, running out 1 point victors. Ballyhaunis 12, Hollymount Carmore 11 points. Bomber was captain that day. He left Ballyhaunis not long after that to go to Dubai, I think, for a long time. He's back home now. It's great to have him and the family. But yeah, just a lot from winning just 2 games of football in 2013. Ballyhaunis ripped it all up that season, becoming deserved Mayo Intermediate champions. This was a victory not just for the team and the club of today, but for all the teams and players that tried to get there over the years that just fell short, according to Bomber Lions in its acceptance speech at full time. The red and black from East Mayo are back in the big time next year, the senior year. Yeah, they were managed that year by Tomas Morley from Kilchmont. Also, just a recap of just a bit of breakdown that Darren Cohen could have had 9 points that day. He just missed a free in injury time from 48 meters. I remember I was there. I was videoing the game. If you want to have a look at some of the points, great points by Niall Prenty, great points from Morgan Freeman. Sorry, not Morgan Lyons. I have a problem with the Lions names. Morgan Lyons, Morgan Prodigy Lyons. That day he was playing. Scored some great points. The prodigy, he's been there, great accolade. Hopefully, the team can do it this year. A new team. But also, as John Prenty Jr. was playing. He got 7 points. Kept things going. So it was really about Darren Cohen, and obviously John Prenty that day. The most 70% of the points came from them with cameos from the likes of Niall Prenty, as I said, and Kevin Nestor, and I remember the day massively. What else? So it's just that Owen Collins was playing that day. Yeah, Ballyhaunis were leading 8 points to 5 at the break. with the wind. Then they came back out. They weren't. Hollymont didn't throw the towel in. Yeah, Jarlath Carney was out that day as well. Yeah, so it's just a recap. The team was Paul Jordan in goals, Brian Dino Hunt, Declan Doyle, Connor Freely, Owen Collins, Keith Higgins, the legend around town with Kevin Nestor, Liam Bomber Lyons, Shanahy, Kevin Gallagher, Morgan Lyons, and Isaac Carroll. And yeah, Kevin Byrne, Fergal Kelly, and Niall Prenty. Subs, Jarlath Carley came on, Stephen Hoban came on for Kevin Gallagher, and Hunty came on for Kelly, Fergal Kelly, and yeah, Griffin came on for Lyons. So that's just a breakdown of that day. And we're going to go to Claremorris on Sunday, the 16th, and look, they'll know all about the history as well. The Darren Cohen with 8 points, that 5 from free. I think Stephen Cohen with 1, Sheridan with 1, and Keane with 1, probably Connor Keane. Prenty got 7, 3 frees. Morgan Lyons got 3 points. Kevin Nestor got a point. Owen Collins got a point. So yeah, great, very, very happy days and happy memories. And let's hope we can revive. And the lads can do also the hurlers as well against Toreen. Look, Toreen and Ballyhaunis. I'm a great acceptor. Whoever is the fairest that wins on the day, you accept it, you move on, you congratulate, you keep your pride intact, and shake hands, walk away. And if you're the victor, the spoils go and enjoy it. If you lose, come back stronger the next year. That's a shout out for the boys there. What's my itinerary for? Oh, this is just the Mayo Intermediate Football semi-final. It's Kilmena versus Ballyhaunis debuts on the Saturday. It's lucky the Sunday, the Ballyhaunis match I wouldn't see it then. 3 o'clock in Park Josie Manili. And Hollymont Claremore versus Ballyhaunis on the Sunday, as we said, in Claremore, 16th, 3rd. Yeah, so the itinerary, I'm going to be popping into. Yeah, there's a podcast here, Western People. There's a link there. Just keep an eye out. Just tap into Google if you haven't seen the podcast. Actually, is it this one here? The Mayo Football Podcast. It's got all about the intermediate and junior. Oh, that's a review. Well, maybe don't see that, but I think there's a podcast of the semi-final where it gives your Mayo GA blog. Right. WEG'S home for the birthday, 16th of October, Sunday. I get in. I'll figure out if there's a pint or somewhere I can get before I go to this match at 3 o'clock. It's only down the road. So 3 o'clock is the kickoff on Sunday the 16th. Try and catch the Liverpool game somewhere. I don't know if I'll just stay. Claremorris, it would be a bit boring. Just have to figure a way to get back home. 4:30. Don't want to miss it's a tricky one. It's great carry on. Watching a massive game like that, Liverpool City. Monday the 17th, I'll be at Max. I'll have a good beer. Monday's gonna be a good day. Tuesday, Brighton Forest and Palace Wolves. So they'll be take your pick. It'll be on Amazon Prime. So I have to see what the pubs are doing for Amazon Prime. I'm not sure. Can they show it on TV or whatever? And the big one, the Wigan derby, is Man United versus Spurs. These two, just such an enjoyable fixture. I love it. It's home or away, doesn't matter. It's just went to Old Trafford once in all my life. I spent half my life supporting United, half my life supporting Spurs. And that day, Spurs won out 3-2 with I think it was AVB who was managing that day, and Clint Dempsey got the winner, I think, but Bale got 2. I think Rooney came on, made a good fist of it in the second half, but ran out. And the Spurs had a good day. I think they won with again Harry Redknapp the following year, and the year so there was a good period there. But now it's it's hard to do anything with United. Just traditionally they seem to look, lads, it's Spurs. That sort of mantra just permeates both teams. One invigorates the other. 1 year, obviously the 6-1 drubbing or whatever that was, the sending off, it's a crazy fixture. So Thursday, Fulham versus Villa at 7:15, and the Foxes versus Leeds. So I'm going to be all over the football match in Claremorris on Sunday. Try and grab the City game. That game in Claremorris will just be kickoff, you see. So I'll probably stay behind the Claremorris and just like it or lump it, get a few beers in and figure a way what to do after that. I'd like to get both. It's an iconic match, and then get back home for a few more beers and see. Hopefully now the lads win. Monday all day is just going to be just probably have a few bets that day, mess about town, pop into a few early, probably go to the corner bar when it opens, Barry Mulligan, see a few others, just smooch about the town, and get a birthday cake or something. And yeah, Tuesday. So that's it. And back to London, 5 p.m. I got no work on the weekend that week, so just I have work. Yeah, I have work on Saturday, so I have to be back anyway. So yeah, it's work, work, work all the way up to Christmas, and I have Christmas off. I got a week off, and I can be home for Christmas. So that's enough mumbling. That's just to break down how I see it. Get this off now as quick as I can. That's where we are at the moment. And the Christy Nicholson, any price changes quickly? Excuse me, but that's phenomenal. I'm gonna. I think it's better than Newcastle Brown Air, maybe. Right, I like that. Oh, don't believe it! Brilliant. I'm down. So I've got off Mitrovic at the right time. I know it's lunacy, these minuses, minus fours and hits, and I'm doing, but I'm getting off these guys, and I'm trying to keep the money in the house. Mitrovic has gone down, which is a bummer. The way it's going out, James is going to get to that sort of era where there's no point in me getting them. Maybe to get through the fodder up until the top million, and 5.2 as it is, maybe it's worth getting them on. But I have him in my Sun Dream team, and it's just phenomenal what he's done. Because in the Dream team, all games count, all games, all cup games. So you only get 5 transfers every calendar month. The first Friday in every month. It could even be the 6th. So you could be waiting. So you only get 5 transfers, and then you have to leave it. You've got no choice. You leave it. It's a bit more simplified, but it's more inclusive. It's more overreaching than the Premier League. So I've had success. I've got my first trophy up there from last year at work, won 100 quid, and I'm going to try and do the same thing. So like in the bank, I don't believe in our competitions that we have with FPL Top Dogs, Ballyhaunis, to charge money. I just want everyone to have a crack, and if you're good enough and hard enough and big enough and cute enough, you're going to win the Christian Nick. Mitrovic has gone down. Haaland has gone up again. Fair enough. I got him at 12.1, I think it was. Look at that, 82. Yeah, just can't. He's going to score a hat-trick every game anyway if he's starting. He might score 4 if he comes on with 50 minutes to go. It's just like PlayStation stuff from a different galaxy with Haaland. Trent has gone down. That's good news, from 7.5. Delighted. I'll be getting him in before he rises. That's terrific. Next week I'll be looking at getting him in. Next week, yeah, Trent, defo. He's another one that I don't have in my Sun Dream team. I should have, but the thing is, he'd be going up in price in the Sun Dream team. So they're very, very quick in that. Oh yeah, so Antonia's gone down. That's no surprise. Shamaka is doing the business. Bowen might start be getting some form. Hopefully now. Connor Cody has gone up at 4.8. So wow, at Everton. Yeah, Everton aren't conceding too many goals, so that could be a good shout. Grove has gone down. Yeah, fair enough. William Saliba has the price right. This is the 4th of October. Saliba's gone up to 5, so he must have started at 4.5, and now look at him. De Bruyne are saying, some of the experts are saying that De Bruyne's going to outscore Haaland. Are they mad or something? I think we're absolute idiots. I've been an idiot for like 8 game weeks, 9 game weeks, 8 game weeks. Okay, total idiot with Haaland, and now they want me to dump Haaland for De Bruyne. No way is that happening. I'm going to get Salah. You could look at 34%. God, well, he's not massive differential Van. Madison's a differential. So that's what I'm looking at. Danny Ward's gone up. So yeah, Ruben Diaz has gone down, as we've been discussing earlier on, 5.9, and Foden's gone up 8.1. Fair enough. That's bargain. He should be 8.5. Trosser's gone up as well. I got all them up before they went up. I got them all in before they went up. So that's kind of my analysis. I'm not going to go into a fixture. Well, it's a fixture planner. Okay, so who's going to get bored? Who's going to get Solanke or Solanke? You know. So there you go. That's Palace. Tricky enough. Like especially as they're away now. They're all, I think they're all tricky for Palace. I wouldn't. Look, they would be thinking Palace is a chance, you know. But so no, I'm not quite sure about that. Leicester attacking wise, they got 2 home games. So yeah, that's the thing. That's why Madison is popular. I'm going to give Coutinho a chance against Forest and then get rid if I will. Fulham. I want to look at where West Ham is. West Ham is no way. Where are they? Fulham, Southampton, Liverpool. Well, I don't think that. Yeah, some people might be getting rid of Bowen now when he gets to the Liverpool game, but West Ham, you know, this Liverpool conceding 3 against Brighton. I think Bowen for me is in now for this season. Okay, with Spurs, what are they looking like? Brighton, Everton, and United. That's fair enough. I'm happy I have Son. Captain Son, captain. I've got a lot of differential captains. It's just like that's good enough for me. And for if I want to be making any gains whatsoever, I can't captain Haaland. Those that are on Haaland, they're gone. But I know it's a bit defeatist, but I might as well just keep him and try and hope he blanks or get subbed off or anything happens to him. I'm not going to wish him to be deported like the petition in Twitter in England want him to have, you know, or he's a great addition to the league. But yeah, Son for me, there's a lot of differential stuff I'm going to go and try. It might absolutely be lunacy to, but you know, look, is he going to start every single game in the Champions League? And all? What happens if he gets injured? Then, well, he's not managing any minutes. So there you go. That's Liverpool. So that could be the last one. Yeah. So there you go. They have a blank game week because of Arsenal. That's the blank game week. So yeah, I got a bit of housekeeping to do. I'll be getting rid of these two going up to the Liverpool match. I'll keep Haaland and I'll do a -8. So I'm sorted there. I'm happy enough. So that's the roundup. Oh, probably a flaming hour. Sorry, folks, but thank you so much for joining us here at FPL Top Dogs. That's WEG'S shout out. Hope that was informative and give you some ideas. And you know, God bless. Take your good luck now tomorrow at this game week. I got work tomorrow. I've like 1 day off every month, which is a joke, but it will all pay off in the end, in the long run. Okay, big man up. Take care. See you soon, folks. And good luck to the HAUNIS, the hurlers, the footballers, and the universe. God bless.